Welcome to the Inspired Show, health, fitness, and beyond. The show that helps you get healthier, fitter, stronger, and most importantly, the best version of yourself. Helping you overcome emotional fatigue, stress drinking, helping you improve your lifestyle in a manageable and sustainable way. Thank you all for your support. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and each for guilt we can grow our community. Hey team, welcome to this week's episode of the Inspired Show. The show designed to get you fitter, stronger, healthier, happier, and ultimately the best version of yourself. Before we delve into this week's topic, if you haven't done so already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Give me a like if you find this video helpful, and don't forget to download our free startup guide in the caption section below. This week's episode is all about morning routines. I'm a big believer. If we start the day right, it will set us up massively for success. Win the morning, win the day. So I'm going to be going through the 5 things that I do every single morning that allow me to lose over 45 pounds of body fat and keep it off as well. The first thing that I do as part of my morning routine is a difficult task first thing in the morning. The reason why I do a difficult task first thing in the morning is it allows me to do something challenging. And then in my mindset, it doesn't matter what life throws at me, because life will throw curveballs. I've already done something that's really, really hard first thing in the morning. And my choice is cold therapy. Initially, when I started, it was going into a cold shower. I would jump into the shower, have it on warm, and then at the end, I'd gradually turn it to cold and start off with 10 seconds. And then as I got used to it, I built it up and up and up to the point where I was just going into a cold shower. And eventually, my partner bought me an ice plunge last Christmas, and I've been using that ever since. And it's been an absolute game changer for me, mentally and physically. Firstly, like I said, it's a difficult thing that I'm doing first thing in the morning that sets me up for the day. There's also a lot of research to suggest that cold water therapy helps with the immune system and also blood circulation as well as a lot of other stuff, which I believe does need a lot more research to be done, but it's all looking positive at the moment. So when it comes to the first thing that you want to be doing is doing a difficult thing. Now, cold water therapy might not be for you. The thought of getting this cold shower might fill you with fear and you'd rather just stay in bed. So for you, it could be something completely different. It could be reading a chapter of a book. It could be not going on your phone for the first half an hour. It could be anything. So the first part of your morning routine, I'd recommend is find something difficult and something challenging that you can do first thing in the morning to help you set up your day correctly. The second thing I do as part of my morning routine is hydrate before I caffeinate. I don't know about you guys, but I absolutely love my morning coffee. I love it strong and I love it black. And that's something I used to drink first thing in the morning, as I thought it would help wake me up, but I couldn't be further away from the truth. After years of research and working under different mentors, I came to the conclusion that the best thing for me was to hydrate before I caffeinate. And the more I thought about it logically, the more it made sense. If you think about it, you're sleeping for maybe 6 to 9 hours. That's without any hydration. So hydrating first thing in the morning is a sensible option. It's going to hydrate your body. It's going to help with your circulation, and it's going to energize you. As well as that, when you push back your caffeine a little bit later into the morning, you're going to get a much better effect from it, because caffeine is a stressor. And when you wake up in the morning, your stress levels are going to be naturally high anyway to help you wake up. So it makes sense for you to allow your natural stress hormones to lower before ramping them up again with caffeine. And that's why having your coffee a little bit later helps massively to get a better effect from the caffeine. So that's the second thing I do as part of my morning routine. The third thing I do is I plan. I plan exactly what I'm going to be doing for the upcoming day. I don't know about you guys, but if I just wing it, I always go off track. Okay? I miss my steps. I'm not as on point with my nutrition. Things just go to pot and I get overwhelmed. I get stressed. And then I'm more likely to use unhealthy coping mechanisms to deal with the stress, i.e. eating too much chocolate. And in the past, before sobriety, possibly drinking a little bit too much as well. So taking a little bit of time out first thing in the morning just to loosely plan out your day is going to be an absolute game changer. Just writing out what meetings you've got, when you're going to get your walk in, what meals you're going to be having. That can help you massively stay on track
reduce your overwhelm, and it can also help you prioritize the list of things that you may have to do on any given day. Because we've all been there, we've got a list of things that we need to be doing, and we always do the easy things first, and we put the difficult things to the bottom of the pile, and they never get done, and it just creates a lot of anxiety, a lot of overwhelm, and a lot of stress in our life, and we know what happens when it comes to stress. So when you are planning your day, make sure you plan the most difficult tasks of the day first and foremost, get it done, get out of the way, and it'll reduce overwhelm and help you hit the day right. Number 4 is I do a little bit of journaling alongside my planning. And when I say journaling, I write out a few things that help me get my mind straight and think about positive things to start off the day. So the first thing I write is how many days I've been on sobriety. For me, it's like a little bit of a challenge. I gamify it, so it helps me stay on track. I also write down a few things that I'm grateful for as well. So first and foremost, my family, that they're healthy and they've got a roof over their head and they're happy and they've got a good well-being. I also write down my clients as well, because clients are a big part of my life. I work with these guys on a day-by-day basis, and they're probably the people I spend most time with apart from my family. So I'm grateful for them, that they put their trust into me to help them reach their goals. I also am grateful for my health, and I write these down. And yes, it is repetitive, but it reminds me of things I'm grateful for, despite how I may wake up feeling. Because there are going to be days when you wake up feeling a little bit grumpy, a little bit down. But if you can practice gratitude first thing in the morning, it's going to allow you to pick yourself up a little bit. I also then affirm the things that I am and what I want to be. For example, one thing I write down on a regular basis is I'm a successful coach that helps people change their lives. I am strong, I'm fit, I'm healthy, I am worthy. And even on the days when I'm not feeling like that, I still write it down. I reaffirm it, because the more I affirm it, the more I believe it, the more I become it. And it does sound a little bit woohoo, but for me, it really does help, and it helps for a lot of my clients as well. And then number 5 is I get some movement in first thing in the morning, okay? Before I go to work, before I do my daily tasks, I get some movement in. And that comes in a couple of forms. It could be something as simple as taking the dogs for a walk. That's something I like to do first thing in the morning, and I get up really, really early to do that. When it's quiet, when it's peaceful, it allows me to get some movement in my legs, get some fresh air in my lungs, but also allow me some clarity to think, okay? And then anything I've got going through my mind, I can clear it before I start the day. Most mornings I also exercise after I've been for my dog walk as well. And again, the reason why I like to exercise first thing in the morning is because I know how busy life can get, and I can always throw curveballs at us. So that allows me to get things done in the morning, so it doesn't matter what happens in the rest of the day, whether I'm tired, whether the kids are ill, whatever it may be. I've boxed off the things I said I was going to do, and I committed to doing it, and I'm not breaking down confidence in myself. So they're the main 5 things that I do every single morning that's helped me stay on track, on top of my nutrition, on top of my movement, on top of my mindset, and allowed me to drop over 45 pounds, become happier, healthier, more confident. I'm also going to give you a few bonus tips as well. So bonus tip number 1 is to try and limit how much you go on your phone first thing in the morning. Because I used to have a really bad habit where I would wake up and I'd go straight onto my phone. Social media, work emails, and it only takes one thing to piss you off, and it's going to set you off on the wrong foot for the rest of the day. That can then impact your decisions around your food, around your movement, around your mindset. So where you can, try and push back the amount you spend on your phone, especially in the first half an hour, just so you can get yourself in the right frame of mind to attack the day and deal with any negativity that may be on your phone. Bonus tip number 2 is, if you can, do a little bit of stretching. This is something that I need to really work on. I have tried to implement a morning mobility routine in the past, but I still haven't quite nailed it yet. But when I was doing it, I did feel a lot more nimble. I didn't get as much aches and pains, and it helped me massively with my training as well. So that's something that I need to work on. And bonus tip number 3 is, don't try and implement all these at once. Pick the easiest thing to begin with, implement that into your lifestyle, and then once you've implemented that into your lifestyle, then add another part to your morning routine. And then you build it up over time, and it's going to make you more resilient, it's going to get you on track, it's going to keep you focused, and it's going to help you achieve your goals. Now, hopefully you found today's video helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe as well, and I'll see you next week for next week's episode.